Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you guys can see by the title, I am doing a full face, full coverage drugstore tutorial. These products that I use are some of my favorite drugstore products. I have used them in previous videos before, but some products you have never seen on my channel. And actually, before we get started into this tutorial, I do want to say that you guys, I'm almost at 100K. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm almost at 100K. It's been less than a year. I started my channel the end of June. I think it was like June 26th. Crazy how I'm almost at 100K. I would not be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for you guys. So I really truly appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me since day one, and thank you for supporting me if you just subscribed to me. Thank you so much. But without further ado, I don't want to keep rambling about being almost at 100K. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this full face, full coverage drugstore tutorial, then keep on watching. All right, so we're just gonna jump right into this drugstore makeup tutorial. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time now, just like an updated one. And let's start with our primers. So for primers today, I'm going to be using these two that you guys have already seen on my channel, and these are my most favorite drugstore primers. These ones right here, this one's my absolute favorite. I always mix this with any primer that I wear, drugstore, high-end. I always mix this one in there, only because it really gives me that really smooth, and it really just closes my pores, and it's like I have no pores when I use that one. So it's like I absolutely love that one. The first one I'm going to go in with is the Pore Defense one right here. This one like really just feels like it gives me some type of like moisture, and is really going to lock my foundation in because it really gives me like that tacky feeling. And now I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger, about that much. So focus. And I really like to focus this primer on the areas where I feel like in pictures or anything my pores may really come through. And I also like to take my primers and go on my eyelids too, just because it's like, okay, that's still part of your face, so why not prime that and really set that in as well. And then I am going to go with my Mario Badescu Lavender Water. This isn't really considered drugstore, but I can't find anything else like this drugstore, so we're still gonna use this. And I like to put this on my face before I put any foundations on because it really locks in the primers. And I like to go in with my foundations when my face is a little bit wet. And so for foundation today, I'm going to be using the NYX Total Control foundation. I'm going in with two shades, and I'm going in with caramel and beige. So this one is in the shade 15 and this one is in the shade 11. I can just never find one foundation that matches my color. I don't know, it's either too orange or way too light, so I always have to mix. So I'm gonna go in with the darker one first, and I like how it comes with like this the little droppy one, or the little drops. First time I used this, I dropped it on my shirt, and I was so mad. It was like this cute orange shirt. I was like, wow, okay, cool. And then gonna go in with the lighter shade one now. And now I'm just gonna go in with this brush and really just blend this foundation into my skin. And I'm using a brush because I do want this to be full coverage. And brushes really can help with the coverage of foundations. Even if it says it's like not a full coverage foundation, a brush can make it be a little bit more full coverage than what it is saying it's to be. And you want to make sure you get as close as you can to your ears right here. I'm the type of person, I like to match my foundation as best as I can, so I don't have to put foundation on my neck, because me personally, I don't like that. And plus it's just like, okay, I'm gonna have to be careful about getting foundation on my clothes, and I'm not trying to have to worry about that when I'm out, or if I hug someone I have to, no. So I'm just trying to find, I just try to find it. Okay, start over. I like to just find foundations close enough to my skin tone. So now I'm going to go in with some concealer, and I'm going to be taking two concealers. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand. This is like everyone's go-to drugstore concealer. As you can see, mine is like pretty much used all the way. It's beat up, looking a little skimp. And I'm going to go in this Ruby Kisses concealer in the shade Beige Glow, and I got this from a beauty supply store. So I'm going to go in with the sand first. And then get any areas that I may have some blemishes. And then I'm going to go in with Beige Glow now. Like, how does this happen? Oh my god. So I'm just gonna take this, now I fixed it, and I'm just gonna add some of this one to this concealer. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. That was so strange. So now I'm just going to take this sponge. This is from Eco Styles, and I really like this sponge. And I'm just going to use this to blend this concealer into my skin. Okay, now that my concealer is on, I'm going to do my brows off camera, and then I'll be back. So now I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. and blush kit. I'm using this darkest shade right here, and I'm going to go in with this brush to contour my face. I just want to really blend this into the skin.
See, most of y'all bitches like they want to glob all
Oh my gosh.
That's not what we want to do. We want nice, even strokes.
Oh my gosh. And this is like a cream formula, so that's why I haven't set my face yet, because I am going to go back over it with another powder contouring shade. And as you can see, it's very subtle, but yet still bringing some color back to my face. Now that's kind of contoured a little bit, I need to go ahead and set my face. And to set my face, I'm going to be using this Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. So I don't really have anything I can put this powder on top of, so I'm going to use this palette lid and just going to put some on top of here. And then I'm going to take the same sponge I used to blend in my concealer. And so I'm going to take this sponge and just go ahead and focus this. Okay, so now I'm going to take this brush and really just blending this all into my skin. And I know I look crazy right now on camera. It looks super light, but I promise it won't look like this after I'm done. I can't forget to set my eyes, so I'm just going to dip this brush back into my leftover powder and set these lids, because you don't want any creasing. Alright, so now that my face is set, I'm going to go in with one of my old time favorite butter bronzer by Physician Formula. And I'm just going to take the same brush I used for this kind of creamish one from e.l.f. And so now I do want to go ahead and contour my nose. So I'm going to take this same contouring shade and really just go along the bridge of my nose. And this smells so good. It reminds me of summertime. And I'm just going to squeeze this brush and kind of just go right up here to give it like that button nose effect. And under my lip. And so now that is done, I'm going to go in with blush, and this is from Milani, and this is in the shade Luminoso. You guys know this is one of my all-time favorites. I'm just going to dip it in there a little and put it a little on my cheeks. Alright, so very subtle, which I really, you guys know I like. So now I'm just going to go in with this sponge one more time, and you guys see how I have a little bit of powder left on there. I'm just going to use that to clean up where I went crazy. And I'm just like doing tapping motions. And not all the time are you going to need to put more powder, because you will have some left on whatever you have used to use your powders. And so now I'm just going to take this brush that I use and really just blend it in, so there's no like harsh lines or anything of that sort. So now that my powders are all on, I want to make sure I'm setting everything together. So I'm going to go back in with my Mario Badescu spray. To really just get everything to set together on my face. It's looking crazy, but that's okay. When you're focusing on the hair, this is not a hair tutorial. So now onto eyes. I'm going to be using two palettes, and these are from the brand Profusion. So this is the first palette that I may be incorporating. I'm just not sure yet. And I'll go ahead and open it and show you guys the colors. And this is an eyes and cheek palette. It has 18 colors in this palette. And then this is the Profusion Mixed Metals palette. The packaging is so cute. And then this is what the inside of it looks like. So I'm not really sure which ones I want to go in with, but you can find these at Target. I know you can find these at Target. I'm not sure what other stores you can find them at, but they're super affordable. So for my transition shade, I'm going to be going in with this type of peachy brownish color, and that's in the shade Honest. And I'm just going to be focusing this right on my lid, right under the brow bone area. I don't like to really bring my shadows too high. I've done that before and it just, I don't know, it doesn't fit my eye shape. And you guys know this is my favorite blending brush. This is the Moto Pro brush, the BMX 430 brush. Always want to make sure you are kind of bringing it up to the front of your lid as well, but not crazy. Like, don't bring it like to your nose. What I've noticed from these shades is that this is my first time ever using these palettes, and these shades really blend and they are very pigmented. Okay, so now I'm going to take this Profusion brush that one of these palettes came with. I think it was the Eyes and Cheek palette. But now I'm going to take the Heavy Metals palette and go in with this Rust shade. And I'm really just going to be focusing that right here on the outer corners, just to deepen up this peachy pink shade that I already have on my lid. Okay, so this brush isn't working. It's a little too wide. So I'm just going to go in with this brush. It has no name. Oh, this is in... Yeah, no, it just doesn't have a name. Okay, so now that the colors that I want are done, I'm going to take this highlighting palette from Wet n Wild. And this is in the shade Crown of My Canopy. And I'm going to use this as like my glitter shade on my lid. I am going to take my Mario Badescu spray just to wet my brush just a little. And don't worry about if it kind of gets up top or further than what you want it to be. You can always go in after and clean that up. And then I'm going to take the same brush that I used for the darker Rust shade and focus that right on the outer edge to the glitter part of my lid, and then go up to blend. So now I'm going to take my eyelash curler and curl my lashes to get them all lifted, ready for mascara. So now for mascara, I'm going to be going in with the Total Temptation by Maybelline mascara. This packaging is to die for. And this mascara really gives you length and volume. I'll get my mirror. So you guys can see the difference from with the mascara on and no mascara. It's not huge, but it's a good difference. So the lashes that I'm going to be using today are from Soinge, I believe that's how you say it, Essentials. And this is the lash, and they're in this style Delilah. Now these lashes aren't drugstore, but I don't really have a favorite drugstore lash at the moment that I actually would want to put it in a video. So if you guys have some good drugstore lashes that are full and not too long, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and put my lashes on off camera, and then we'll be back to finish the rest of the face. Okay, so now for my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the shade Rust, this shade right here, and I'm going to take that on my bottom lash line. So now I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild shade that I use for my lid to go in the parts of my bottom lash line that I didn't put any color. You do want to tap it so you don't have much fallout. Okay, so now that the colors are in, now I need to go back in with the mascara to do my bottom lash line. I mean my bottom lashes, I should say, not bottom lash line. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, I kind of had to like hurry up and stop the bottom lash line mascara because I did mess up on this eye and it got under, so I had to go and fix it. So that really just blew my mood, low-key. So now I'm going to go back in with my Mario Badescu Lavender Water to set in everything before I do apply my highlighter. So for my favorite highlighter, my favorite drugstore highlighter, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Golden highlighter. And this is the Wet n Wild fan brush. This is my favorite highlighting brush. I use this every time I apply my highlighters. And I'm just going to wet it just a little bit, even though this highlighter is super pigmented already. So I'm just going to take some on the back and highlight away. And this one just really goes on my face so smoothly. Like, people say that it kind of leaves like a cast kind of, but I don't see it. I don't see it. It goes onto my skin very smoothly, and it doesn't look like it's just sitting on top of my face. And now I'm going to take my same brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm just going to take this brush to do all of my nose highlight and Cupid's bow, things like that. So I'm going to take it, some highlight, and go on the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. And then can't forget the brow bone. And then I'm also going to take some and do it in the inner corners. And it really just opens up. And I feel like I'm just glowing from this highlighter. I love it. One of my favorite highlighters ever. So now on to lips. I'm going to be taking this NYX lip liner, and this is in the shade Sugar Glass. And then I'm going to be topping it with this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. This is my all-time favorite lip gloss. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look. I went and changed my shirt and I put on my ponytail because I feel like I haven't brought my little ponytail out in so long. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this drugstore tutorial. Everything I used today was drugstore except for my lashes. But these are all products that I really enjoyed. The foundation is a new foundation that I have never tried except for once, so I never really got to do like a wear test or see how long I can wear the foundation without it looking like I've had foundation on for hours. So other than that, I really like how this look turned out. It's super simple, super subtle, super cute. I will list everything that I used down in the description below. And make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.